We are talking today about how to increase your business visibility and get more eyeballs around what you've got going on. So Rebecca Hall Gruder is a global influencer. She's a #1 international best-selling and award-winning author and compiler for in-demand publishing. She is a radio show host. She reaches over 1 million listeners on 9 different networks, and she's an empowerment leader that wants to help you reach more people. So she's built across multiple platforms. She's got radio, TV, books, magazines, speakers, talent searches, live events. And so she's going to come and help us figure out how do we blow this all up and get more people seeing what we have to do. So Rebecca, we're so glad that you're here with us today.
Thank you. I'm just thrilled and honored. Thank you for putting this together. It's so important that we come together and we support one another and really encourage all of our businesses out there. All of us have an opportunity to shine and make a positive difference.
Yes, absolutely. And right now is such a great time to be sharing positive messages. Like, we want to hear them. We're excited about them.
Absolutely. We've been launching books almost every other week, and they continue to be really successful. People are looking for powerful information. They're looking to be encouraged, and we have an opportunity, and I believe a responsibility
Yes.
to share our messages, to keep bringing forward those things that we're gifted and skilled in. The world especially needs us right now.
Well, and I was talking with because I'm like knee deep in a book right now as well, and I was talking with my editor, and she said that whenever there are times of recession, that online book sales tend to do really well because, maybe we're not going to go on vacation, but we can go get a book, we can go download a book. So I think, and I also think we're just hungry for something that feels good. So I love that. So let's kind of back up with the conversation of visibility. Why is visibility so critical for us as business owners?
Well, it's really important for a few different reasons. And I used to be really confused about visibility. I wanted to be invisible. I wanted people just to know by my passing through that I wished good things for them, that they could just feel my heart, they could feel my message and be better for it. But
Me too.
I
I
was the
didn't want
best
to have
kept
to tell
secret.
people. I didn't want to have to come in and say, I'm great. I just wanted them to know. And it doesn't work exactly that way.
Exactly. And what shifted for me is I discovered what visibility was really about. It wasn't about me.
Mm-hmm.
People who are struggling, people who are challenged, people who are hurting, who we feel that we're especially gifted to help. Those are our people. When we're hurting and we're struggling, it's like darkness comes down and we struggle. We can't even see the hands outstretched. We can't hear the voices. It goes, it becomes noise.
Right.
And so we can make the difference, we can light the path, is being willing to shine, because we can be the light in that darkness. And that's the only thing I know that cuts through darkness is light. So shining, being visible, is willing to be seen, being really easy to find by the people who need you most, especially during challenging times. That's what visibility is about. So how can our people find us easily? Let's be easy to find.
I love that because if people are out there and they are looking and searching, um, you know, there's so much negative flooding the space that I believe that if you have a positive message right now, you really owe it to the world to stand up and proclaim it and be bold in sharing that message. So what are some of the best ways that you're seeing and strategies for gaining visibility around their business?
So right now is a perfect time to be visible around something you're doing or can help. People are
Mm-hmm.
looking for real information. They're looking for support. Joining opportunities, especially when we can unite together, helps make a powerful, positive difference. So use social media. Find, where are your people? It's not where are you comfortable? Where are you
Yes,
familiar?
that's so true. Because
Where,
it might be a platform that you like. I'm not that tech savvy. I just feel like everybody should stay on Facebook and let's not go anywhere else. but it's not necessarily what my audience loves. And so it's not about where you like to hang out, which I think is what a lot of people do. They say, I'm comfortable on this platform, so that's the one I should be on. It's really should be driven by, who's your audience and where are they?
Exactly. So get really good at finding out where your people are. Stretch. It's okay. This is a
Hmm.
perfect opportunity. So many people are stretching. They're not looking for perfection, they're looking for connection.
Yes.
So
I think
go to
that is
where they
really
are.
true. I think that's really true right now. And how can we adjust our content that we're putting out to be more connection focused? Because I feel like we've been very information focused, and now we're craving connection and people and realness. How can we make some improvements there?
It's okay to bring your personality even more into what you're sharing. Sometimes we get super serious and we're trying to be super professional and come across a certain way, and we lose some of our texture and our dimensions and our connection because we're putting the shield up trying to present ourselves a certain way. And
Hmm.
I still show up powerfully and well,
Right.
show up, but be willing to laugh, be willing to share a little bit more of who you are when something happens. I saw recently where a newscaster was conducting news from their home and had the green screen, the professional suit, and then their cat joined in. And that became one of the most watched moments, and they just worked with it. So just flow with those moments. Those aren't the things to edit out. Those are the things to work with and bring in. Share some of the personal things that we're doing. I went to the store, and here's an aha moment I had. Here's something I was really struck by when somebody extended this kindness to somebody. Share those moments. Share those things that are very real that we're experiencing right now. And it's okay to share some of the challenges, but let's also share the lessons, the important, powerful, positive things we're learning. I find almost every conversation I'm having with people, and it's a range. Some are in a powerful place, taking on the world. This has given them focus and just they are so excited. And then the next may be struggling. And so holding space for each other. But what
Hmm.
I find consistent is everyone asks, how are you doing? And they mean
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, that's one of the beautiful things that I think has come about this is it's allowed us to slow down enough to remember that we really do care because we're not so busy anymore. Um, so I want to ask you one more question. I know we're short on time, but I think this is a good one. There's kind of different layers. There's how can we show up in a way that people will kind of connect with us one on one, but then there's another layer of visibility as well, which is how can we show up in a way that people will want to introduce other people to us and invite others back to their shows or their platforms, that we're not just trying to connect directly with, maybe a client, but catch the eye of that next person who can open some doors for us as well.
Oh, I love this question. So be willing to lead that. Ask, how can I help you? Who are some people that you're wanting to connect with? What are some connections that would serve you? As I'm out there talking to people, what is it that you're looking for? What would help you go where you're wanting to go? And if I'm not the best fit, let me make a recommendation. Let me support and meet you where you're at. So I have a lot of connections. I love to help people find those pieces. So
Mm-hmm.
share that. Let people know I loved the conversation you're having previously about intake. In that intake conversation, really finding out what they need beyond just what you do. Get the whole picture and think about those people and then follow through. Do what you said you're going to do. Do those introductions. And then I have a hot tip in that too that
Okay. I
I
love
would
hot
love to
tips.
share. So, hot tip.
Yes, go for it.
So, there are a lot of live broadcast shows that would love to have you participate in. They would love to have people call in. There's different networks, one of them Voice America. A lot of the shows are live broadcast. So
Mhm.
if you do a search and you look in a category, you look in a show that is in alignment with you, every break they give you an 800 number you can call in and ask a
Nice.
question.
That is a hot
So
tip.
that's a hot tip. So, but here you got to be careful how you do it. It's not your show, it's that host show. So
Yep.
you call in, and for example, I could say, I'm Rebecca Hall Grider. I'm a women's empowerment leader, and I've really been appreciating this about the show. and I'd
Mm-hmm.
love to learn a little bit more about this. Or I was wondering this. And then you hand the show back. I just got
Mm-hmm.
my name in, I just got my brand, what I stood for. I became part of every single replay in that. And they may have me expand because they're excited to have someone actually calling in live because people are shy about doing that.
Yes.
And you'll get asked back sometimes as a guest.
You know what? I think that is a genius tip, especially for those of you who are looking at it going, I want to get out there and do more interviews, but you don't have the strength of your platform isn't quite there yet to get on the big shows. It's a great way to get your name out there, a great way to connect with other people. Like that's the kind of tip that when I hear it, I'm like, why didn't the whole world think of this? But you thought of it, Rebecca, and we're so glad that you did because that is a beautiful, beautiful tip. I love it. All right. Well, we so appreciate you being on today. Do you want to tell everybody where they can get connected with you? And then we'll go ahead and drop that in the link.
Absolutely. My website holds everything. So you can go to yourpurposedrivenpractice.com, and that's singular, yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. A lot of great resources, including the speaker talent search on there to really support you in reaching more people. And I just want to encourage you because people need your message. If you're feeling that prompt, you're feeling that call, honor it, lean in. It's about connection and being willing, not perfection.
I love it. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being on with us today.